There are plenty of... Fuck, I fucked up already.
There are plenty of fucks to go around.
Yes, clearly I'm not giving enough for this intro, but there are plenty of anime podcasts around on the internet, but why not have just one more? It's another Weebcast. I'm your host, the MK Ninja, and with me I have two of my good friends. I have Noah the Unend Bandicoot.
Why do you sound so bored when you do your intro?
It's not bored, it's neutral. But anyway, we have Jackass number 1, and then we have Tom Tom Nookie.
Hello.
Who's Jackass number 2?
I don't know, a relative of yours.
Yeah, leave my sister out of this.
Just a relative, pick one.
I did.
Okay, alright. That's fair. But anyway, dear God, has it been so difficult getting this together again?
Yeah, Tom.
I'm the one that's usually.
Yeah, no,
So
Tom's
much
usually
later.
the one. Tom's the one who's usually available.
I know, I just want to throw him under the bus once in a while.
I'm not getting guys today.
He hasn't said anything controversial in a long time, and I'm mad.
That might change tonight. Who knows?
Oh, cool. Oh, My Hero sucks now? Oh, boy, let's go!
God. We're
No.
not doing this argument for the second episode in a row.
No, actually, this episode's going to be different, because I actually like My Hero now.
Yeah.
Good.
It's crazy. It's
You're
been
brave.
so long since our last recording that Noah rewatched My Hero as well as reread the manga, and he's gotten back into it.
Yeah, I gotten to the point that I was in the past, where I caught up to everything up to date, and now I'm ahead of Sean of everything again.
Yeah, and then he really wants to tell me things, and he can't because I'm still watching the anime, and I want to be
Yeah, but
surprised.
that doesn't stop this fuckhead from trying to guess it, and I'm like, I'm just gonna stop talking to you because
Just
you
say
might
no.
actually get it
So,
right sometime.
so what I was doing a game with Noah is I know the Dark Deku arc is coming up where he's the vigilante and such like that. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't read the anime, but if you haven't read the anime, Jesus Christ, watch the anime, read the manga, anything like that. But if you've managed to avoid spoilers, dear God, you have no internet connection. But I know it's coming up. I think in the next episode or the one afterwards. But
Episode 16 or
Ah.
17.
probably.
After their hiatus is gonna start.
I think because I remember hearing that it's coming back this Saturday, or is it not?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
Okay.
But there's a lot of
you know,
war stuff.
yeah, a lot of like fallout damage and stuff to deal with. So it's gonna be a little bit before we get to that. But I've been trying to guess exactly why Deku turns to a vigilante, and it's sort of been this me thinking of ideas and then saying like, oh, I think I have this now, and I think I have this now, and Noah's just not answering because he doesn't want to be
Yeah.
like.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know why you keep doing this to me, because you don't want to be spoiled, but you're trying to guess, and
No,
you're
I'm-
waiting for me to say something to spoil you.
I'm not waiting for you to say anything. I'm just telling you what I think is going to happen. I didn't ask for your opinion about it or an answer. I just said this is what I think is going to happen.
Well, well, I hate doing it in call, because if I'm just silent, then you might think it's true or not.
I know, that's why I texted it to you so you don't have to answer me.
Yeah, and then I ignored. Yeah, right. I didn't answer you.
I know. I just wanted to get it off my chest because I'm like, I have these ideas on what would happen next, and I'm not going to say them because I don't want anything
Yeah.
to get spoiled or not.
And what I'm gonna say is read the manga.
To be honest, I've been tempted to sometimes.
The manga's better than the anime, to be honest.
I'm sure it is. I've seen too much comparison of the art, and it's beautiful.
I mean, to be fair, Tom, name one time the anime is better than the manga.
Attack on Titan. Jujutsu
Is that
Kaisen
because
probably.
the manga's bad, or is it because the anime goes hardcore?
No, the anime is just better. The manga is
Okay.
good too. The anime it goes for a lot of AAA anime.
Jujutsu Kaisen would be a good one. I haven't read the manga, but the anime is really good. I don't know anything about the manga, but either way, we're entering a new season, thus meaning new shows coming out. Have any of you guys been watching anything different since the last time we did this?
It's not new, but I've started watching an anime called Talentless Nana or Nana.
I don't think I know that one.
That one. Didn't that come out like
Okay.
2 years.
It came out 2 years ago, but like I just stumbled across it, and I'll explain that in a second because I don't want to spoil anything. But anyway, Talentless Nana is a very generic anime, which is kind of like My Hero. Like every character has like special powers,
Here we
and
go.
they have like the generic love interest Nana who doesn't actually have powers, but the main protagonist of the show. I forgot his name, but like he has the ability to nullify other abilities, and then they start a friendship, and then she pushes him off a cliff and dies.
What?
Yeah.
and that's the first episode.
What the fuck? At first, I was like, "This sounds like a webtoon that I know of, and minus a lot of the other bits that make the webtoon good." And you mentioned the cliff part. I'm just like, "All right, now you threw me for a loop. Not off a cliff, but through a loop."
Yeah, I wanted to do that because that's what the show is. The first episode seems so like a generic romance story. And then she pushes the fucker off the cliff and reveals that like she doesn't have any abilities at all. Obviously, to the title, Talentless Nana, and she's on a mission to kill all the other students that do have special abilities because they are a threat to mankind.
Interesting. There's a lot of stories like that.
And
Well, not
think of
like that.
as like a low budget Death Note because like she's trying to like kill everybody without being caught, and her biggest rival is a guy who cannot be killed, which is honestly perfect if you want to do another Akira versus L type of story.
Without blowing
She's trying
her
to
load
kill.
too fast.
Yeah, she's on a mission to kill all these kids, but her biggest rival, who suspects her in almost every corner, is immortal. So she has a pretty difficult assignment.
I'm gonna look
And
at this.
I've been
She's pink hair. That's how you know she's crazy.
Okay, but here's the thing: it's not like the reason I found out about this show was because like I was watching a YouTube short of like top 10 anime manipulators, and I saw her, but like I didn't know it was her because when she reveals her true nature, the shot she's in changes the color around her, so I couldn't tell if that was her. I thought it was like a rival character to her, but once I saw it, I'm like, oh shit, that's her.
Why is it that the pink-haired characters are always crazy?
Well, here's the thing: she's not even crazy.
I know, but she's painted like the just by the look of it. Some of the images I see, it's like, oh, she kind of gives a little bit of that crazy manipulative vibe.
I mean, she is manipulative, but like, she's not crazy. She's perfectly sane, all things considered. It's just that humanity sees people with powers as a threat. They send her in to kill them all.
Ah, so
And-
she's like an agent?
More or less. But but like the first few episodes are about like how how does she kill these super different like powers that could expose her at any point in time. And then the later episodes focuses on a friendship she's developed with one of her targets, and that will lead down the road. I haven't finished the anime yet, but that I've gone as far as like episode 6 or 7.
That sounds like a pretty cool premise. The problem is that I know a lot of anime that have a great premise that fuck it up super badly.
Yeah.
I don't think it fucks it up. I've been thoroughly enjoying it, unless something changes at the end of the show or the season.
Because clearly an ending has never come out of a really good anime that completely fucks the very end of it erased.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah.
But the point I'm trying to make is, if you like Death Note, then you're probably gonna like Talentless Nana.
That's fair. I might check it out. It's cool to watch some of the older anime that probably don't get too much press because everyone's always focused on the new stuff.
Well, more like they went under the complete fucking radar. Like,
A lot of good anime.
I haven't even heard this anime until I was just curious about looking at a YouTube short of all things.
Fair. A lot of really, really good anime go under the radar. It sucks.
That's how it
But
goes.
yeah, I mean, everyone always pays attention to the new shonen or whatever. Actually, no, new isekai, and then everything else just kind of gets like forgotten, or I don't know. It's not as common these days since everything's like, always on the internet. My anime list is taking pages and everything, and everyone's looking, oh, what's coming out this next season? But it still happens. It's not as bad as like the 90s and such, where people know like five great anime, but there's plenty of others that no one's ever fucking heard of because no one watched them.
Other than Talentless Nana, again, like I said before, I rewatched My Hero, and I still don't really like the first season that much, but like season 2 and onward is really good stuff. And I'm honestly kind of surprised and not surprised at the same time that everybody doesn't like season 5, but I thought it was good, just good. It wasn't
It,
great. It was
it's
just good.
because of the really bad production. Basically, it.
Mm. Well, I didn't notice that. I thought it was just because half of the season was part of the that test where they group up and fight each other with class
B,
3
class 1B,
B
I believe.
class
Yeah,
1B.
it's a
The
fine
one A
arc.
one B.
Yeah. Like
My
I thought
issue-
that was the reason why people didn't like it, because it was just almost all that, and I'm like, there's like no variety here. And
Yeah.
I'll be honest, the only episode I really liked in that arc was the episode where Bakugo utterly curve stomps the other team and
Yeah.
proves them wrong that he isn't just a one note hothead.
I do like that one. Yeah, the rest of the season's pretty good because My Villain Academia is great. It's a really great arc. But
Yeah, top 3.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
but like once I ran out of anime episodes, that's when I like wanted to continue reading the manga. And I will say that I really hope the anime version is good, because the Vigilante Deku arc is my favorite thing that's ever happened to My Hero.
Yeah,
Like the beginning, the middle, and the end, especially. I just love it to pieces. And I really just hope they get it right.
I hope they match the tone
Yes.
1-to-1.
They're not going to be able to match the art, which does kind of suck.
No,
but
yeah.
I mean, I care about the tone than the
Yeah.
art itself.
yeah, like the tone overall and the actual execution has been pretty on point for the most part. So
Yeah.
I've I saw a Facebook post of one of my friends from my old store getting really excited for the Dark Deku arc, and it's just like only a few more days, and I'm like, I'm so fucking excited. It's been a bit since I've been really excited about an anime.
I'm looking forward to the opening.
Oh yeah, that's a thing too. The because I really love the opening we've gotten so far, so I'm wondering what they're gonna do. I hope it's still really good. Because I'm not always super into openings, is the
It's
problem.
being made by Eve, which is really cool.
Remind me who they are?
What have they done? I think it did the first Jujutsu Kaisen opening.
Oh, really? Okay. That's a pretty good one. All right. And also for me, it depends on the song too, because sometimes the song takes me out of it. Because sometimes the openings that I really, really like are either they're super stylized or I love the song. Like the opening for Drifters, I love that song and the opening is stylized. Whereas with Gurren Lagann, the song is great and such. But the opening itself is good, but a little standard. But otherwise, is that all you've been watching, Noah? Or anything else?
The last thing I will say that I've been watching is I rewatched Black Clover,
Oh, right, you were
and
talking about that.
I still think Black Clover is better than My Hero. Like, I just like the setting more. I like Asta as a character. I like the Black Bulls as like this protagonist group. Almost everybody is great, and right now I'm watching the Devil arc of it, and I'm still liking it. The first few episodes were a bit of a drag, but then again, I think it's, even though it's also because it's Black Clover's opening, but I also just don't like rewatching the first episode of an anime because it's the one that I probably watch the most. Because once a new show comes out, you're just rewatching the first episode because you just want to see more. and it's the setup, and the setup isn't very interesting after you know what the setup is.
There's very few
But
first episodes
yeah,
of really anything that really grab me. It has to be something I especially love or just something really interesting.
uh,
For
but other than that, yeah, it's Talentless Nana, Black Clover, and My Hero that I've been watching ever since.
I've been keeping up with a lot of other things because I've finished a few of the anime that came out last season. Mob Psycho season 3 was fucking phenomenal. Um, I'm still watching Chainsaw Man. I'll say my opinion on that in a little bit.
You
Um,
are up.
I'm about halfway through.
Oh, you're not finished yet. Okay.
No, I'm about halfway through. I am still probably going to finish this season, but I don't know. We'll see. But otherwise, I also am planning on starting Eminence and Shadow because I've been
Nice.
Yeah,
interested in that one. And
Pretty good
then
so far.
yeah, it's pretty good.
I also saw one thing that interested me, which is apparently the physical sales of Eminence and Shadow, and it was one other anime I forgot, have actually been outselling Chainsaw Man. So
That's kind of crazy to me because I don't excuse the pun. Well, Chainsaw Man, it feels like it's out there in like the anime world. Eminence in the Shadow is in the shadows in comparison, so
it
that's
also
crazy
fits the
to
main
hear.
character,
I
from what
know.
I know.
That's why I excuse the pun because that's really funny to me because I don't hear anybody talking about this, and apparently it's doing better than Chainsaw Man.
At least for physical sales, from what I heard. I could be wrong on that, but I did hear that a little bit. In terms of like popularity, no, I'm sure Chainsaw Man's beating it by miles. Actually, wait, no.
That's
Eminence and Shadow was, according to Crunchyroll and such, was actually gaining some traction in viewership because Chainsaw Man went down a little bit. I know Mob Psycho went up to number one in the last episode, the finale, and then Eminence and Shadow was in the top four, I think, or top three, one of the two.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty high.
well,
But
see, you see, that's crazy to me because I remember in the last episode we did, I thought this was going to be one of those animes that like some people will see it, but overall it wouldn't be big or anything. But that's weird.
I don't know. Sometimes the anime you don't expect become popular. But I'm also I'm getting back into Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon since the second core of season. Fuck, is it four? Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
four. Is coming out. I need to catch up with the first core of season four though because first core of season four, but because High Dive didn't show all the episodes, so I was waiting for them to all come out so I could just binge it instead of just watching it one by one because the anticipation would kill me. Because the little snippets and like screenshots you would see as you look at the episodes, I saw some of the stuff that happens, and I'm like, no, I'm not letting this get to me. I'm waiting. I'm not doing this to myself. Um, but for the next season coming out, there's a couple anime that grabbed my attention. I'm trying to remember the exact name of it, but it was something about how the world is in the hand of disillusioned adventurers. Um, it was something along those lines. I just know apparently it's about a bunch of adventurers who got fucked over by their old parties and made their own party, and they just don't like people. But they become heroes anyway, according to the synopsis I read. I thought it looked pretty interesting. And then there's the Nier Automata anime, which I do quite want to see because it looks good and I do enjoy the game. And then, fuck, there was one more, I think. I don't remember exactly what, but there was like, it's not as many that I was really excited for in this season as there were last season. But
Definitely not as many.
no, because there were too many like powerhouse stuff coming out, like the second core of Spy Family, Chainsaw Man, My Hero, Mob Psycho, Bleach. Too much coming back, and I still haven't seen Bleach because I've already read the manga, but two, I want to binge through it when it's done, like done, which won't be for quite a bit, but I can wait. But otherwise, that's about all I'm watching. Trying to catch up on older stuff too that I've missed, and things that have been on my watch list that I just haven't gotten back to because I've been so engrossed with both life. Because fuck life, fuck having a job sometimes, And then just keeping up with new anime, because you have to keep up with new anime to keep up with conversations. Otherwise, you're just out of it, and that's fun. Otherwise, not much else. What are you watching, Tom?
Um, right now for guaranteed, probably just the near. Um, but I'm interested in Tomo-chan as a girl. That
Oh fuck, that was it. Tomo-chan. I really want
um,
to see that one.
what is it? Uh, that spy anime.
Spy
Then the dog.
Classroom? Was that it?
Yeah, spy classroom. And then the dog anime. That's that's gonna be interesting.
I forgot about the dog one.
That's gonna be really interesting how that's played out.
I don't remember the premise, but it wasn't something along the lines of like a guy gets reincarnated as someone's dog.
As the crush's dog, it's gonna be a shit show for it.
Is it gonna be the train wreck anime of the season?
It's probably Nagatoro, but
Oh wait, Nagatoro season 2 comes out?
yeah,
Oh fuck. Did not know that. When does the second season of shit, what's that anime about the girl with the big boobs that pissed everyone off?
Uzaki-chan
Azaki-chan, that's it.
season two
Um
already came out.
did it?
Yeah,
Oh. Oh right. Yeah.
Hmm.
I need to catch up on that because I watched like the first episode. I hear it's good. At least good enough. But I mentioned this before, but I kind of want to do some controversial opinions in this. So Tom, you have a
oh boy.
chance to shine. Um,
Oh,
so I mentioned earlier how I was like, I'm watching Chainsaw Man, and I think I said this to both of you before, but it's okay.
yeah,
Like,
that's how season one goes.
no, it's the fact that I don't really think I'm gonna even watch season two because I'm just not really into the characters. Like, the thing is, I'm into the setting, I'm into the style, I'm into the weird kookiness of it. I don't like Denji very much.
Uh,
Like, like
wow. Yeah.
I I mean, it's not that is anything wrong with the character necessarily. Like I don't like really dislike him. It's more of like to me, oh, I just knocked my fucking pop filter, just bitch slapped it. But to me, he just kind of exists and I haven't been able to get involved in his character. Like yeah, the whole him being poor stuff sucked, but and I understand why it was written the way it was to make it so you could get to that point, but it makes him a little less relatable for me and I don't know. I find the other characters more interesting, and even then, there's only like two of them that I like, which is Power and Makima. And even then,
Oh,
Power's the kind of character who I like usually, but sometimes she's annoying. But otherwise, the fights are cool. And like I said, the setting is cool. I might see what season two is like, but overall, I think the anime is a bit overrated.
by far, that would be my hot take.
Like there were so many other anime that came out that season that honestly deserved that much attention more. Like I said, Mob Psycho season 3, fucking phenomenal, a beautiful ending. I cried. It was gorgeous. Bleach came back. It got still a lot of recognition and probably about as much as I expected. But I kind of hoped it would be more recognizable than Chainsaw
Oh,
Man.
it
And
definitely was. I think on every anime chart, Bleach is always number one.
I remember I always heard people talk about Chainsaw Man a little more. So maybe I'm in the wrong circles.
That's the normie audience. It's gonna
That's
change
fair.
more.
No, that's fair. It's all the people who've been watching for a long time that go back to Bleach. That's true. Whereas everyone who's just getting in things are like, we want to see Chainsaw Man because it's popular. And one of my friends, I mentioned the opinion that I have that Chainsaw Man's okay but kind of overrated, and he sent me a little later a picture of the text was Chainsaw Man's be like, oh man, this arc is great, and it's just a hammer fighting a screwdriver. I thought it was great. That kind of made me think of there's another anime that was on my list that was the premise of it was a detective, but his head was a revolver. Anyone remember that
Uh,
one?
Gunhead?
Was it Gunhead? Is that what it was called? Really?
It might have been. It's been like super generic, like guns.
Was it Gunhead anime? Let's see. No, it was No Guns Life. That was it.
No guns. Okay,
That was it. That was it.
that's better.
That is better than Gunhead. Oh my god. But I don't know. I just thought of that briefly. But uh trying to think of what else. Because speaking of Bleach, I also like these are things that I want to talk about in a video that I'm writing the script for. But I also think that Bleach is the best of the big three. And people are gonna crucify me for that, or they would have before the new anime, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Because all
As of
the
right now, you're only gonna die.
instead of just being crucified, burned,
Yep.
and then whatever would have happened.
Yeah, you'll just get stabbed over and over again.
Because all the Naruto and one, especially some of the maybe less. I don't really know much about the One Piece community. I don't know how bad it is.
It's pretty fucking bad.
That sounds about
Every
fair.
every community's fucking bad.
Not every community. Some aren't bad.
If you think there's a good community, you just haven't seen the dark side.
Yeah, you just haven't talked to.
It's usually the smaller communities is the ones that aren't too bad.
Again, still haven't seen the dark side.
No, I've been a Gurren Lagann fan for over 10 years. I think I've seen enough of the community to understand.
Well, then you're a fake fan.
Bitch. My entire channel will disagree with you. But I don't know. Otherwise, I've been trying to think of like other really controversial anime opinions. What do you two think? Oh,
Hunter x Hunter is mid.
oh shit. That's gonna get that's gonna get you crucified because I know Hunter x
Yeah.
Hunter is stupid popular.
The fuck you say you.
It has a very vocal minority. I mean, a big vocal minority.
Mm,
I've oh,
that's fair.
I saw Hunter x Hunter a while ago, like the first few episodes, and I dropped it. People keep telling me to rewatch it, and I do plan on it eventually, but I just haven't gotten back to it. I don't know. It's just been one thing or another that's gotten in my way. But why do you think Hunter x Hunter Hunter x Hunter is mid?
um, Power system is way too fucking confusing. Just a little bit of a nitpick, but also don't quote me because I haven't read the manga, but the main character has not been in the manga for like I would say a long time because of that part of Togashi's health, but he hasn't been in the series for a long time. Gon is so that's
Yeah.
an issue. Is that Gon has had his development now? Gon's like kind of not the main character anymore.
Oh.
I mean, would you rather continue or just make another Boruto?
Well, the series is still going. It's just it's not focused on Gon anymore, which is my issue.
So nobody else can have the spotlight. You selfish prick. Nah, I gotcha. Although, if you want to talk about power scaling, you're a fan of One Piece, so you can't exactly say that. Um, so
Look, power
Yeah.
scaling in most anime is bullshit, okay?
Especially when you like fucking turn it into feats and everything.
The only the only anime that I think are able to get it right is where every single power is really fucking stupid. Like I think JoJo overall gets it right because it's just like,
Yeah.
oh cool, my one power is I touch you and your feet now become squids or some bullshit like that. I don't know.
no, I don't know. Giorno's powers are pretty bullshit.
I mean, they are.
One of
but-
the lucky few.
Yeah, but a lot of other powers, a lot of the fights in JoJo are just kind of like working around each other's stupid bullshit power because it's like, oh, you can do this crazy thing, but it only works in this specific scenario, and I can do this crazy thing, but it only works in this specific scenario. So it's figuring out it's like chess, but it's weird, as is the name. And I also think that Jujutsu Kaisen overall does it pretty well because all the the powers work pretty well against each other, and I love the kind of self-awareness where they literally work better when they're explained.
Yeah,
Which-
I would say it's one of the better power systems and
Uh,
powers.
And we're not even going to mention Dragon Ball Z with how power levels are bullshit. That's been done to death. I'm trying to think of another anime with really bad power scaling. Hmm. I don't know. I can't think of anything. Noah, you're the man of the hour, the one with controversial opinions. Let's hear your side of the story. Let's hear what gets you crucified.
Fairy Tail sucks.
That's not
Yeah,
controversial.
that's pretty true.
Allie's not even here to defend it. It's
I
just
know, but
me.
like, I know, but like, I rewatched a few episodes like a couple of weeks back, and I'm like, why did I like this?
It'd
Like,
be much
it was
better if the author just drew hentai.
okay.
It's a
I mean,
little.
that's what the OVAs are for, Tom. There's no pleasing you.
Why can't just be a whole series about it? Like literally, the author pretty much does it and says, "Yeah, we're not going to do it anymore. Let's just bring this character back from the dead."
I like the first
I
few
don't know.
arcs.
Yeah, they're good.
I mean, the some of the arcs afterwards aren't bad. You know, I like some of the tournament stuff. Some
I
of
didn't
the
make it that far.
oh, oh okay. I like the Adultus arc. I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, granted, they do bring a character back from the dead in that one, but I mean, it was one of the first times at least. I think.
Um, Deku is a shit character.
Shut up, Nux.
No, I don't even believe that.
I
I
don't
just
believe
don't
that
think
either.
I don't think he's that great though. I think he's very standard.
I think he's A tier, a
I
little
would
bit
I think
above
he's B
average.
tier.
I would put him above average. Definitely.
I think he's completely average because my interest in My Hero is never usually Deku until the Dark Deku arc. That's legit the only time I actually cared about him.
I've always liked Deku at least a little bit, but I can understand since like he's usually like third or fourth in the popularity polls. Like it's
He's always
usually
second.
second, really.
Yeah.
Bakugo is usually number one.
Yep. No matter what.
Yeah, because that's a
Seven
character right there.
7 years in a row.
Seven. Jesus Christ. I
Are
can't
we
say I'm
really
surprised
surprised?
though. I'm not.
Oh wait, actually, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because this is really funny. Okay, so in original Naruto, with their popularity poll, Sasuke was always number one, but when they got to the Shippuden side, he stopped being number one. Isn't that funny, guys?
Yeah, it's funny because he became shit.
Yeah, and well, he was always in the top five. I just thought it was funny. He was consistently number one, and then Shippuden happened.
Yeah, and then his character just went down a fucking drain. God damn, I hate Sasuke and Shippuden. He gets a little better in Boruto, but still, it feels like putting a
And
band-aid on a bleeding wound.
Boruto.
I said a little bit better.
Boruto. That's a controversial opinion, praising Boruto, even if it's very little.
I mean, it is controversial because people do not stop shitting on Boruto.
It's
Yeah,
deserved.
Tom.
There's a few good things in Boruto. The
Name
animation.
name 10.
I can't name 10, okay? I can name like
Okay.
3.
Boruto
Damn.
does not have good animation. I can
There's some good
guarantee
fights.
Oh, that's fights, not animation.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
I mean, You know, the only thing about Boruto I actually liked was the filler arc where he just went back in time. And
That's a
we just
good
got
one.
to see Jiraiya again.
That was a good one, yeah.
That was it.
I like Sakura a little more, and I like Sasuke a little more. Granted, both of them still aren't great, but I don't know. Okay, it got something. Okay, I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm defending Boruto and like planting a flag. Like, no, I will be the one to save its honor. No, it's just gonna piss itself in the background. Okay, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
But
That's what Boruto does to a motherfucker. He just he goes crazy.
like I don't know. There was potential with having a sequel to Naruto, and then they were just like, let's not do anything that Naruto did and make it bad. But anyway, Noah, you still haven't answered my question. Fairy Tail being bad is not controversial. Don't act like it is,
Well,
because it's not.
That is true. That's a pretty room temp
It's a very
take.
room temperature opinion.
oh, I didn't know that.
No, Fairy Tail is usually moderately popular, but it's very much there are a lot of people who really like Fairy Tail and a lot of people who also really don't like Fairy Tail. So it's I don't want to say a debate because that would require people caring enough about Fairy Tail, which even someone who likes Fairy Tail, that doesn't really happen much.
All right,
So
fine. I'll be right back at you is better than Castlevania.
get the fuck out.
Yeah, you
You're
wanted it, you
fucking
got
no,
it.
you're fucking dead to me. No, you fucking don't.
You fucking summon the Castlevania fans and all of a sudden
I'm one of them. I love
of the five.
Castlevania. You bitch. I mean, I like Kirby Back at You, but you're wrong. You're wrong.
Hey, you wanted a controversial opinion, you got it.
I did. It's like asking to be stabbed. It happened. I'm mad that it happened, but I did ask for it
Then why'd you ask to get stabbed then?
because content. Content, content, content. It's YouTube. You need content. And you've always been the one who has controversial opinions that somehow manage to piss me off, and then some that don't. Or you
Yep.
continuously poke me over and over, trying to get me to react, and it
Yep.
works because I'm stupid and I keep letting it happen. But anyway, enough letting you poke the fucking bear. Enough of that shit. Uh, is there anything that you're looking forward to? Either of you for like, I mean, not just like the new season coming out, but like anything that might have been announced because they might not be coming out in the next season. Because I know there's a bunch of anime that were announced that aren't coming out yet. I got one.
Nope.
Really? Nothing?
I have heard nothing new.
Okay. What about you, Tom?
For anime that are not season, but like the upcoming ones.
Yeah, like anything that was announced that's not coming out like just yet.
O- Oshinoko is going to be my anime of the year, probably.
What's that one?
Um, Where I can explain it? It's I guess shonen. It's psychological manga, and without revealing too much, the two main characters get reincarnated at the start of the series.
Oh?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. The first episode is an hour long. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Oof.
I think I found it. No, I don't think that's it. Is it? Spring 2023?
Yeah, that'd be it.
Um, I think I found it. Might be wrong though. But otherwise, that sounds cool. I've never heard of it before, but maybe I'll have to check that out because you made it sound interesting. Um, for me, I have one. I don't know if either of you have heard of the manhwa Solo Leveling.
Oh,
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
I'm excited for that one because I read that series through and through, and I really enjoyed it. At the end of the day, it does boil down to being power fantasy, but like it's enjoyable power fantasy. The best way I can describe it is I remember I think it was Giguk did a video about it. Is what if Sao what had Kirito being actually cool, which I don't think is correct necessarily. Its premise is closer to Danmachi actually. The idea of like hunters going down into dungeons to fight monsters and collect materials, but it's less out of like this fun, happy fantasy and more like, oh hey, if we don't do this, the dungeon will break and these monsters will rush out into the world and literally kill people. and the dungeons are super brutal. In one of the first arcs, almost everyone dies except oh no, the main character does die. Never mind. Oh no, he almost dies. He does not die. He almost dies. And then 4 or 5 other people survive, I think, but they don't really see them much after that. Um, but essentially, the main character is known as like the weakest. So that's how you know, oh boy, we're getting to the power fantasy. But he almost dies and gains the power to level up his stats individually, kind of like a video game. And he does a lot of like training and trial and error until eventually he is stupid broken because he is a necromancer. A
Arise.
necromancer. Yes, arise. So one of my favorite panels is it was during the what the fuck is that arc's name? I know it was the one arc where they went into the orc dungeon. I forgot the party name, but Sung Jin Woo showed up as a not a spotter, but he was like the one who collects like materials, and the group is thoroughly like out of their league, and the leader is getting his ass kicked, like getting slammed up and down with gravity manipulation, and he just like pops in, catches him, and he's like, "Do you give me permission? This isn't my dungeon, but I will kill everything in here if you give me permission." And then just like the orc is like talking shit, and then he's just has his minions arise behind him, and just the sideways panel is the coolest fucking thing. I know. To me, it feels like I try to be like a deep human being who wants to enjoy character depth and incredible writing, but at the end of the day, cool image make my monkey brain go woo woo. And I'm super excited. I'm hoping that the anime captures at least a little bit of the art of the manhwa because the art is amazing.
What's the studio?
That is a good question. Let me look that up.
'Cause if it's like Studio Dean, like
I don't think
probably
it's
not.
Studio Dean. I hope not. I don't think
Or
it
if, it,
is.
or if it's like JC staff or whatever they're called, they probably
Uh,
won't stuff
JC
same
stuff
art.
is fine. Let's see. The studio is. Is there no studio yet? Uh, Solo leveling anime studio. Uh, let's see. This was on July 4th of last year.
A1 production.
Oh, it's A1?
Yeah.
Ooh, that should be good then. A1's done a good job for a lot of things. I'm just hoping they don't fucking drop it again. Like
Is
they
A1 Productions making Oshino Code too? I think they are.
shit, are they gonna have a similar year as Mappa where they do everything? Mappa animators did not get to see their families. They did not get to sleep. That kind of sucks though. Unfortunately, it feels true. But if A1 Pictures is doing solo leveling, I'm at first I was a little worried about it because I remember there was talks for a while of the anime, and then it finished. The manhwa finished, and me and my roommate we were both reading it together, and we were like, "There's probably not going to be an anime until it's finished." And boom, we called it. But when it got announced, I was like, "Oh wow, that's super cool!" Because she texted it to me, and my second thought was, "Who's animating it?"
Yeah,
Because that really can make the difference.
for sure.
But otherwise, what else is coming out? I don't think there's much that was announced that I'm super excited for. Oh, fuck, right. Panty and Stocking. Because
Oh
I
yeah,
don't.
that is a thing.
Yeah, I feel like we forgot about it, which is weird since a lot of us were waiting for it for so fucking long. Because just.
But enough about that. Dobby Dance got animated
It did.
while we were gone,
And it was
and
peak.
it was peak indeed.
Yes, you reap what you sow.
Yes.
Such a cool line.
I'm gonna say that to somebody someday.
You did. You said it to me like yesterday.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say it sincerely.
Oh, fair enough.
And then I'm gonna burn them alive like he did.
Maybe don't do that part.
Dobby is my hero.
Maybe don't self-report.
It's okay. It's okay, Tom. If I just kill one of you, the game ends.
Now I'm just thinking what it would be like if My Hero Academia characters are playing fucking Among Us.
Bakugo would be the worst fucking imposter. He would just go on a killing spree and get caught almost immediately.
Probably, yeah. He wouldn't be very
Actually,
good at
no. Actually, no. I take that back. He would be perfect in that hide and seek mode.
it. Ooh, I still want to play that one.
Yeah, but too bad Among Us isn't anime. But
No,
speaking
it's
of
not.
games that are not anime, this is not really a question to Sean because this is kind of a no shit answer. But what do you feel about the One Piece RPG coming out, Tom?
I'm interested. I just need to see reviews from people who are actually not game journalists.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, I saw gameplay for the first time, like, literally yesterday. Because, like, everybody keeps telling me it's an RPG. I'm like, what type of RPG are we talking about? Are we talking about, like, Final Fantasy VII Remake RPG? And then somebody compared it to Persona 5. And,
That was me.
yeah, that was you? Okay. So then I looked at gameplay, and I'm like, huh. This is actually an RPG. And for some reason they really their little player icons, I don't know why the fuck they're styled to look like they're from Persona 5.
Yeah,
but they
it's
do.
1-to-1.
It's awkward because it doesn't fit, but it's kind of funny at the same time.
It's that Odyssey game, isn't it? One Piece Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing little bits of that. I thought it looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
It reminded me a little bit of Tales in some way. I mean, it's also being done by Bandai, which will make sense.
Yeah. So I might actually pick it up because I have been craving a good RPG lately, and whether this is going to be good, I don't know. But I'll just take anything at this point.
Anime
I'm
games
definitely
are
considering it.
anime games are a crapshoot on whether they'll be good or not.
Indeed.
Usually, they're fucking fighting games.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's the easiest thing for people to do.
Easiest cash grab.
It is. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're fantastic, and sometimes they're exactly what you'd expect. I know a lot of people had some really big opinions about fucking Jump Force.
Yeah. Well, I
Well,
wasn't
Jump
even thinking of
Force
Jump
was bad.
Force.
I
Well,
remember,
Jump Force isn't bad mechanically.
looks bad.
It's just ugly as sin.
and everyone cares about graphics, so everyone got mad at the game about that.
Well, it's too
Yeah.
realistic.
Well, that's the problem. Like, the reason why I like Jump Victory Versus more is because everybody looks like what they're supposed to. But I guess the argument is that they all stick out from each other because they all match their original art.
They're all done by different
So-
artists. They should stick out.
Well, no. It's like with Jump Force, they want to have everybody look around the same, but you can't do that because everybody's faces,
They don't
everyone's
work.
faces are an iconic art style to where they belong. So they're obviously going to stick out no matter how similar those character models look from each other.
Like, I know there's a lot of those challenges of drawing one character in another art style, and usually done with shonen, but you can't do that for like an entire cast and say, and it's good. Like, it's cool art-wise, but doing it in a video game and saying like, oh, you know, they all got a match, so they look similar, so the audience is pleased. It's like they're all done by drastically different artists. Oda can't draw fucking waistlines, and others just have a more angular style. Sorry, I had to get the joke in. But like, it's just the art styles don't really they clash against each other because they're supposed to. They're done by different people, so I don't like the idea of making them all similar. That was one of the problems I had with Jump Force, along with the fact that it just looked ugly. I'm sure gameplay wise it worked pretty well, but it's just
Sort of.
it worked well
no, I
enough.
think it worked. It was fun. I had a lot of fun with Jump Force. It was a fun game, and
But
I
was it
played
a
for like
good
hours with
game?
my friends. Yeah, it's a good game.
Because a
It's
fun
just
game isn't
not-
always a good game.
Look, when it comes to anime fighters that barely have any mechanics, I thought it had a pretty nice mechanic system.
That's fair. A lot of them are pretty basic.
Good.
I mean, it's not bad to be basic, but they don't really stick out too much. Um, that's kind of why like the Fairy Tail game of all things stuck out to me because it was a fucking RPG.
Oh yeah, that was a game.
Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I heard it was good, but you know,
I heard nothing about
nothing.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the Steam page really quick because I remember hearing it was good. It's still $60. That irritates me.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, the game came out fucking 2 years, almost 3 years ago,
Oh.
and it's $60. Fuck this. God damn it. Season pass is also
See, you
$60.
can't even defend Fairy Tail either. You won't even spend $60 on a game.
I mean, well, the problem with the game is the fact that it wasn't dubbed, and a lot of anime games aren't dubbed.
Oh yeah,
but...
you're racist. That's right.
Shut the fuck up. God damn it. Oh my. I watched My Hero subbed because I couldn't deal with the wait,
I
fucker.
want everything in English.
I speak English. It's what I relate to, motherfucker.
Oh, so everything outside you despise? Okay, racist.
This is not a winning argument.
No, the problem is, I know he's
Yeah.
joking, but other people aren't.
No, yeah.
No, I know for a fact Noah's joking, but I've had to deal with people who legitimately get mad when I'll say like, "Oh, I watch stuff in English," and they're like, "Oh no, watch in the original." I'm just like, "But I like watching in English because I speak English." It's like, "What? You don't want to read subtitles? You can't
People
read?"
become so retarded when it comes to like sub versus dub.
It's usually a horrid argument. I did a whole video on it, and one of the problems that like some people don't really think about is the super like love for subs. It's not for a lot of people. Obviously, like if you have a preference, totally fine. You know, as long as you're not shitting someone who likes the other thing, or if you can watch both, that's also great. I can't. Some people just have the brain to do that. But like one thing is when people like super duper love sub and jerk themselves off to it or whatever, it kind of gets into the idea of like fetishism. And I mean that in the way of like fetishizing Japanese culture rather than admiring it. If you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, oh, I really want to go to Japan because it looks cool, it's more of just getting off to the idea of Japan. And it's not so much a place, but just, it's not a culture that you want to experience. It's more just, I don't know. It's hard for me to really describe. Other people can do it super well, but that's what I feel like the diehard argument usually devolves into, of people just, screaming at each other. I like dubs. Some people don't. That's fine as long as you don't insult me for it. That's at the end of the day, that's how I feel.
Well, how I feel about it is I actually do prefer I prefer dub over sub, except when it's bad.
There are some bad dubs.
But I'm willing to put up with subs. Well, put up with sounds a little strong of words, but like, no, I go for sub if that's my only option.
Yeah, I do too.
And the reason why I bash on you with this is because you're missing out on experiences because of how racist you are. But like,
no, I've
that's the
seen
thing about
anime
the
and
fairy
stuff before.
That's the fairy that no, that's the fairy tale game is a game, and you don't want to play it because it doesn't have an English dub. And I'm like, well, you're missing out on what could be a good game because of your biasm. That's
Well,
where I'm standing.
it's not so much biasism. It's more the fact that if I had only just started watching Fairy Tail, I probably would be able to play the game just fine and get through it. But it's the fact that I've spent years and years and years thinking of the characters with specific voices. Whenever I see them, I hear their English voice. So hearing a different voice immediately fucks with my head.
Well, I've been there multiple times. And the good old saying, get over it, it always pops up.
You're so difficult.
No, you're difficult. You're the one holding yourself back.
No,
Because
I
of how
told you
racist you are.
I've watched anime in sub before. There's some anime that just don't have dubs. Like I saw Sabagebu and I really enjoyed it. It doesn't have an English dub. It was teased to have an English dub, then never fucking did. So I watched it in sub and it's really good. And there's a few other ones that I've also watched in sub. But I usually prefer dub. But the argument for sub versus dub just gets so fucking cancerous so quickly. I hate it. Just let people enjoy things the way they want to enjoy them. That's too much to ask for on the internet, though.
Yeah, Sean.
What? Why are you pointing that to me? What did I do?
You ruined my fun.
Fun for what?
Life.
Get over it.
You get over it, sub watcher. I mean, dub watcher.
You can't even do the fucking joke right.
All for one.
I swear to God, how many times did you fuck that up when we were playing? We were playing Once Justice 2?
I don't know. I stopped counting after 10.
Jesus Christ.
And hell, that wasn't even that bad. It was Fortnite where it was bad.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because they still have the power, don't they? The Deku Smash power.
They still do.
The first time we played, it was constantly you saying the wrong fucking name.
Well, maybe I just like being a villain, okay?
I understand you like being a villain. I fully understand that. Because you really enjoy... I mean, take it however you want. That's what someone said.
Yeah, that's what you said.
No, whatever.
Say it.
You didn't get the joke.
Say it!
Take it however you want. Think about
take
it.
Right up the ass.
There you go. Now we got it.
With a popsicle melting into your butt cheeks.
Why did we come full circle?
Why?
Thank you guys for watching this podcast.
We tried to pivot.
We tried to
Good
pivot.
night, everybody.
Fuck off. To be fair, that would have been a perfect way to end it. God damn it. I'm trying to pivot away from the stupid opening joke, and you just bring it right back.
Speaking of great animes, Rick and Morty was pretty good.
So, to really circle things back around, I'm going to push you off a cliff.
Oh, man. Well, I already knew you were talentless, but I didn't know you were a Nana.
Fair, that was actually a good comeback. Fuck you. That was actually a pretty good comeback. Go fuck yourself. I can't even be mad. All I could do is cry on the inside. Tom, say something to make me feel better.
Your mom.
So to quote SpongeBob, that doesn't help at all.
Not an anime at all, but like I saw a sneak peek video of Hazbin Hotel finally getting a second episode.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, and they
Ooh.
reference that one famous joke from Very Odd Parents. I'm knocking on your door to respect your privacy, but as your business partner, I'm coming in anyway. Instead of a battering ram, they use angel dust.
That's pretty good. We still need to watch more of I forgot the other series.
Hell of a Boss.
Yeah, we still because I think we got to episode 4.
I think so.
I did really enjoy it though, but
Well, I'm just happy because I enjoyed Hazbin Hotel way more than Hell of a Boss.
yeah, I like the premise a lot.
But obviously, I was in the minority.
I mean,
everybody loves Hell of a Boss.
Yeah,
Probably because they focused more on humor than Hazbin Hotel did.
Hazbin Hotel was a lot
guess.
of world building.
Yeah, I know. Either that or Invader Zim was in the show, but whatever the case is, I'm just happy we're finally, after 2 or 3 years, we're finally getting a second episode.
Has it been longer?
Been that long?
I feel like it's been longer.
I fucking hope not. Hold on.
It's been 3 years.
Yeah, it's been 3. Jesus Christ.
Right? Gee, fuck. All right. I mean, I'm excited because I didn't actually know that, so that's pretty cool to
Yeah,
hear.
they dropped some. They dropped a few like little clips of episode 2, and they usually do this. They usually throw some leaks when they're almost done with an episode. It usually means they have like a week or less left before they upload it.
Hazbin Hotel and Hevel Boss have been really interesting because when it comes to like not fan made, but like smaller made animated shows, they're usually kind of garbage. Like when they're a smaller studio, it's by one person. Either it takes a super duper long period of time, like years between episodes, and the episodes might be good, but everyone loses it. Everyone just forgets about it, or their attention span is gone, or it comes out more consistent, but it's garbage. Hello, Punchline. I will not make that joke. I've bashed that show too much, and I still have a script I'm making for it. I'm not talking about that four-letter show. Um, but with Hazbin Hotel and Halva Boss, it's been really great to see one, good animation, two, good writing, and three, just to have it work overall. So, Hazbin Hotel, I'm excited to see it come back. Not anime. Some could argue there's inspirations from anime, but the
It's
whole
animation.
then again, the whole what is anime debate is also kind of shit too, because people are really annoying about that.
If it's cartoony, it's probably anime.
I, Out of curiosity, do either of you consider Avatar: The Last Airbender to be an anime?
No.
For being super technical, yeah, anime. But because it's on Western television and not on Japanese television, I'd probably consider it a cartoon.
I
Yes.
I would consider it anime inspired, but I do think anime can come out of Japan is my thing. It's just that like I don't think Avatar qualifies as much as a few other shows would. Like I would personally call like some of the Netflix shows that have definitely an anime leaning could be considered anime. Um, because my whole thing is like when people say that when a show comes out of Japan, it's not anime. That's kind of like saying um, a lot of like if anything copied like early century European painting in the same style because it was in I don't know Brazil. It's not like Baroque or whatever. I just don't really think that works because art isn't adapted to a place; it's a style. And even then, anime is super loose because we have Panty and Stocky, which looks like Powerpuff Girls, and then we have Chainsaw Man, which looks nothing like Powerpuff Girls. So it's always a weird conversation, and people get really really annoying about it, just like sub versus dub. The point is, anime fans suck.
No, that's accurate.
I thought I thought you were about to say no. It's just you. Damn. I was like, is he gonna actually do it? And be like, no. Okay, he changed his mind.
No, it's a personal issue.
uh, but anyway, I mean, the whole sub versus dub and like what is anime conversation can be kept to another video because just to finish things off, I have a slight announcement, which is I think I mentioned this in the last video, but I do want to try getting other guests. And the first one I intend on getting is the source filmmaker animator Daita Barachi, because he was in a few episodes of my last podcast, and I did talk to him, but I haven't kept up with that conversation, so I need to get back to him and be like, hey, are you available on these such days? Because he was interested in joining for this, so it would be cool to have him come in for one of those.
That does sound.
Yeah.
And he was very fun last time, so. But either way, my brain is not working, so I think
Shocker.
unless either of you have any closing statements or anything else that was on your minds, I think we're going to end here.
All right. Nothing.
Bringo Burr.
Mango Nation, Fox McCloud. Mango Nation, Fox McCloud.
Thank you to the 5 of you who understand that reference, and please have a good day. Go fuck yourself.